welcome to the ABCs of professional face painting. Today we get to focus on the community. We need people in our lives. It's part of being human, is wanting community. So what does that mean for us? How do we find community in our work? I have a community that supports my ceramics. I have a different community that supports my face painting. I have a different community that supports my henna. And then the support is, hey, I'm kind of stuck at this moment. What would you do? And all of a sudden, you're not alone in your art. We are looking for opportunities and places where we can support others and they can support us in return. One of the best experiences of my entire life was when I went to HennaCon in Southern California. One of the henna artists there said to me, "We are a tribe that you have a place in if you want it." And so a community doesn't have to be exclusive, but a community does have to bring people together that want to be together. Just being around a bunch of other people does not make you a part of that community. A community is something that has to be joined. You have to put yourself out there in a way that says, hey, I want to belong. So find out what it is that you need supported for your art and then go find it. Why isn't there just one Facebook group that is for all of us face painters? Well, it's because purpose changes and every community is built around a purpose. You can look for groups, you can look for meetups. There are all kinds of artist guilds. Look for local art centers. Everybody that has a social media platform is hungry for people to spend time with it. And so if there are local businesses that you want to network with, give them some love on their social media. One of my favorite communities, which you can learn all about in the Makers and Partakers Coffee Chat, is the one of the vendor family. I know going to work at this show on this weekend, I will see these 5 people. And usually you don't eat really normal at a show. If you've done some bigger festivals, you know it's hard. So after 4 days of like corn dogs and French fries and root beer, I need a watermelon day. And what that means is that I get a watermelon as I'm grabbing my Gatorade and granola bars, and then I walk around with a cookie sheet full of sliced watermelon. And you would not believe how happy every vendor is to have a watermelon slice in this hot, miserable, it's slow, and there's nobody here. But find the things that you need as a person, and then find the community around those needs. And then as you give, you'll also be given to. And it's amazing, and you're not alone. And that's what community is all about. When you are looking at just the 50-mile radius to where you live, that community will change dramatically depending on where you live. I've been in very different places and I've heard very different stories of different places on what the community is like on the local level. It can be really cutthroat. It can be really welcoming. I know that I've had amazing experiences face-to-face with face painters, and I've had really hard ones. So this is something that you want to be mindful of. If by some chance you cross a line, or if by some chance somebody crosses a line, talk about it and apologize and just be like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that that was a problem. I won't do it again. Can you forgive me? And I have burnt some bridges because somebody did something to me that I didn't like. And you better believe I was there with a blowtorch ready to burn it down. And then all of a sudden, I lost a bridge. Make sure that you don't do anything to another face painter that you can't take back, because those wounds, they're hurtful. And if you've been hurt, I'm so sorry. And then I do this. I'd love to invite you to do this too. If ever you see a face painter being attacked, they're hurting. So if you see somebody hurt in a community, know that you can help them feel better. Know that you can be the one. Let's try and help be a part of the community that supports and shows love and makes it awesome. I didn't know there was that much of a community. And then I had a pretty negative experience early on in the community. And so that kind of made me a little shy to the sense of community in our industry. And as I have sought it, as I have enriched my life with the community, oh my gosh, it's changing everything. I'm becoming more comfortable, more confident, and I feel safer as a face painter among other face painters because I know so many more face painters, and I know that this is a good place to be. I was with one of my favorite people to paint with, and at the end of the day, there was this moment of like, oh my gosh, I learned so much from you today. I love the way you do this design. And she was like, I was just trying to copy you. And I was like, I was trying to copy you all day. And all day long, I'd copied her and she'd copied me. And this design had bounced back and forth to where, like, you can't even say who came up with it because I don't know. Isaac Newton said something like, I'm not that smart. I just stood on the shoulders of geniuses or something like that. And so we are going to take influences and we are going to play with them and put out something new. And then other people are going to see that and they're going to be influenced by that and they're going to create something. But what's really special is that we get to be a part of a bigger story. Feel free to jump in. You know, it's might be really cute to sit on the edge of the pool and dip your toes in and whatever. That's not swimming, okay? If you want to swim, jump in. I'm not alone in my art. I am not alone in my business. And I am not alone as a person. There are communities there to support me as an individual. And just like that, I can tell you there are communities there to support you. So I'm a part of one of those communities. Welcome to YouTube. I'm here to support you guys. That's what these videos are all about. I want you guys to feel like you belong here on Fairy Fox Design Channel. That's what the comments are about. There's even a community tab here on YouTube. YouTube knows how important that word is. Do not try and do this alone. And if you feel lonely, look for a community. Don't just look for a person. Look for a community. Because there are times that people will let you down. There will be times I will let you down. I'll try not to, but I will. And so make sure there's a community so that when those people let you down, there's somebody else there. We need the chance to get to know people and we need the chance to have them get to know us. And that really is what makes a community magical.